Ningen Fushin episode 3, and in this episode we saw the continuation of Curran's story, something that happened in the last episode, in episode 2. Although, I mean, it is more fair to say that this episode started that because in the last episode, yeah, it was focused around Curran, and I mean, it did focus around her being, her state of being, how she handles herself around other people. It was more focused around that, about her current way of being, about her current way of handling things. And in this episode, we saw her story because in the first and second episode, we learned little things about Quran. Not that much, like I said already, more about her emotions and things like that. But we didn't really know that much about her backstory. We know a little bit about Nick, not too much either, but yeah, we did know a little bit about him. We also know a little bit about Tanya, about Sam. But like I said already, what we didn't knew nothing at all was about Quran. And fortunately, this episode was all about that, about Quran's backstory, because yeah, from start to finish basically was all about her. In fact, we didn't even see almost all the other characters until the end. Yeah, it was all about her. And we learned that in her backstory, just like it was expected from everybody, yeah, she got betrayed. Just like all the other members of the party, just like Nick, Tanya, and Sam. She got betrayed, I guess you can say, by her party in different ways because all the other members got betrayed in different ways. I guess the way she got betrayed resembles more the way Nick got betrayed too, although it is a little bit more devious, a little bit more, out there. We don't really know exactly how Nick got betrayed. I mean, we learned that he got betrayed because apparently he got, fired from his own party and for no apparent good reason, at least according to his story. But I don't know if you can consider that a betrayal, but yeah, Kuran's betrayal is a little bit more in line with Nick. Not exactly the same, but yeah, compared to Tanya and Sam, yeah, they're not anything alike. So we see that there is this person named Kalios that is a member of a party that Kuran was also a member of. And we see that it is a party of 4 members. And yeah, she got betrayed because she basically trusted too much her teammates because we saw that, yeah, they only wanted her for her powers. They only wanted to use her just one time and then just leave her just there dying, which is in a way what they did because they used her to defeat this sort of snake monster. And then after that, they left her for dead. So I mean, in a way, that is exactly what they wanted to do from the start. Of course, they approach her, I suppose, in a very heartwarming way. We see that Kalios can act in a very kind way, only to deceive the person later. Of course, that happened to Kuran. We see that he defended her. We see that he acted in a way that basically made Kuran drop her guard. And yeah, when she was just there laying on the floor, she realized that she just got betrayed, that they were just using her. And I mean, it is pretty sad when you think about it. She was all happy being in the party. She was all happy having friends, somebody to trust, a place where she can be only to get betrayed later. I mean, yeah, it is really, really sad. Like I said already, a different story from all the other ones. Nick is the one that resembles her the most, but not exactly the same. Tanya is something different. Sam is something different. So yeah, unique story for Kuran, and we see how at the end of the episode, she's now accepted or in a way got over her past because we see that she doesn't even hold to the, I guess you can say, necklace, pendant, or whatever you want to call it anymore. The episode seems to imply that she threw it away. So yeah, she even says herself that she's more happy now than she's ever been. That yeah, in general, she's happy to be in that place where she can, in a way, trust other people again because she just came from a big heart rupture, you can call it like that. So yeah, a pretty sad story from Quran. There were also very important details mentioned about Quran's backstory here and there. They were very brief, but I think they are important. For example, we learned that apparently she was handed down the Dragonstone gem or something like that. I don't remember exactly the name, but yeah, it was something about the Dragonstone gem, which is apparently a stone gem that is fueled with power. Yeah, we also learned that it got stolen by Kalios' party. I can already see in the future, the main party, Nick, and all the other members meeting Kalios and his party and, fighting for the necklace, for the pendant. So yeah, I can already see that happening. Or not so much the necklace dependent, I should say the Dragonstone gem. So yeah, I can see that being a future mini arc or mini moment in the upcoming episodes. And yeah, we also learned in this episode how she got to like food. And yeah, it is because she met a person named Pip, this really strong person that is also really good at scouting good restaurants and good food. And yeah, because of him, she learned how to basically appreciate in a way food. I guess you can say that. The reason I mention this is because that is one of the few things we learned in the first episode about her. So yeah, we learned that in this also episode focus on her. And it is actually pretty funny how the 3 episodes as of now have only or mainly focused around Curran. One would think that Nick or even Tanya would be the main focus of the episodes, but no, I mean it is actually Curran, the one that has had the most focus, because basically the first episode made us wonder about her. The second episode was focused around her personality, how she acts, and things like that. In the third episode, this episode was about her backstory. So yeah, pretty funny how the episodes are not focused only around Nick. In fact, they haven't even been focused around Nick. I guess you can say only the first part of the first episode was about him. Then it was about, to a lesser extent, the other characters. So yeah, I can already see him being the focus in the next episodes, because I mean it's been 3 episodes and we haven't learned that much about him. We know little things, but not that much if we're being honest. And yeah, at the end of the episode, we got a little scene where apparently now the party is going to go to this labyrinth, to this place where they are going to retrieve, I would assume, the Sword of Bonds, I think it is called, something like that. And yeah, like the name implies, the Labyrinth of Bonds or the Maze of Bonds, whatever it's called, is going to be about testing, I guess you can say, their friendship, their bonds. It is going to be a really hard labyrinth, maze, dungeon, I assume, for them, because I mean, they are people that are just healing up from being betrayed. So yeah, going to a place like that, I would assume that is going to be a big test for them. So yeah, I mean, that is going to be really interesting to see. And yeah, I mean, that is basically everything that happened in the episode. Probably a shorter review, but I think I said, like I said already, pretty much everything important that happened in the episode. A really good episode. So yeah, that will be everything for me. And I guess I'll see you all in the next episode review.